First day of the regional summit, this day for me has meant a lot of reaffirming that the work that I'm doing is purposeful, that it's meaningful, and that it has far-reaching roots into my community, not just here in Atlanta, but also being able to share with a network of other leaders.
It's like a superhero convention. All the superheroes came together and just had a convention, and it's like, wow, I'm here with all the superheroes. Oh, I'm a superhero too. Okay. Because I live in Iowa, obviously, there is not a collective Black space where we can just go in there and be those superheroes. It's hard. And so for me, I kind of go outside of there to get that, so I can go back to our Black kids, because our district, even though it's in a very white space, our Black kids are there in our school systems, and they deserve that superhero for them.
This experience has meant liberation for me. I don't get a lot of professional development. I'm in a small charter school network. Most of the time I find the development for myself. And because I am the top leader in my site, it's very difficult to find the development that I personally need for my professional growth. And so this has been very empowering for me as a Black leader.
This experience has given me a time to pause. Sean Gibson started off our session reminding us that this is not a conference, but it is a convening, and that we had been going the whole time. And so it gave me an opportunity to pause and reflect. And I think I showed up differently in that I wanted to engage in all the points of reflection that was provided, because I think this job, you could be very busy, very action-oriented, but you're not really giving yourself an opportunity to pause and say, what have I done? What needs to go, what needs to stay, and I think this was the opportunity to do that, and just to listen and to connect with new people.
If you don't take anything else from me today, I want you to take this one. Martyrdom is not a flaw. It is adaptation in a system that requires it. So you are not overextending, burnt out, doing a whole bunch. I used to say, I'm nobody's Calvary. But I had behaved in ways that suggested to folks that I was. Martyrdom is not a character flaw, it is adaptation.
To sit through a session where they talked about martyrdom, and that's not what we should be, and that's not what we want to be. For years, it wouldn't get done unless it wouldn't get done right unless I did it, and I realized that it'll get done. And right is subjective. I've absorbed being a martyr in that capacity, and I took that home, and I want to make sure I'm making the right adjustments in my practice.
It's been very grounding. Grounded in knowing who I am, grounded in knowing that I'm more than just my role at school, and also grounding me in a school or building leader. This is also just grounded me in the thoughts of the brilliance of Blackness and what that really means and what that looks like and what I want that to look like for my students.
To be in a room with other Black principals leading at this time feels very like family, like a family reunion of sorts. It feels comforting to know that I'm not in this work alone, even though I don't always have someone right available for me, that I can reach out and call any of my brothers and sisters that sit in this room and are doing this work on a consistent basis. And so that just makes me feel comforted to know that I'm not alone on this journey.
A seed that has been planted in me after coming to the Black Principals Network Summit is I need it. My work, my worth is needed for our kids. Period.